What's up, everybody? It's New to Kicks here. Today we're going to be looking at the Dashawn Jordan Nike SB Dunk. Nike SB Dunk Low Pro String Black Bright Spruce is the official colorway. My size 11. Let's get into this. Got the right shoe. Okay, got that lace dubray, got that copperhead lace dubray. We don't talk about that right now, but we'll get to it. For now, let's look at the shoe. All right, so I got up bright and early, lined up at Arts and Rec. I was there early. I like to be first in line for a couple reasons: get in, get out. Guarantee I'm gonna get my pair. You get first choice depending on what size you want, and if you want to double back, you're gonna be the first one to double back if they allow it, if they have enough pairs to hop back in line. And also, if you're trying to get out of there as soon as possible, if you're the first one in, you're the first one out, you can dip. So I got up bright and early, picked up my boy. We both went over there and lined up, got there at 6 a.m, secured a couple pairs. And yeah, and here we are. I apologize if you hear the background noise. Got my window mounted AC. It is hot as a mug. Feel like I'm in the Arizona desert, man. It is hot. We out here in San Diego where winter never hit this year. January, December was like mid 80s or like 80 degrees all winter. So summer, we gonna be cooking out here. But anyway, back to the shoe. So colorway string black, and what it was, vibrant spruce. Man, I say brown, tan, black, purple. And is that the vibrant spruce? Because I think of green when I think of like a spruce tree, right? But this is like a blue-green, aquamarine, turquoise, if you will. But yeah, man, this is a great looking shoe. Love it, man. You got the suede upper, you know, the vamp or toe box, side panel and collar is a nice, pretty plush suede. I don't know if you can see the movement. Oh yeah, you can see the movement. Pretty nice suede on this. The mud guard and like where the lace holes are, and then this like side strap. Forgive me for not knowing the names of the panels. I think this is just like leather. It almost feels like the way like a football would feel, or maybe a basketball. So I don't think it's not nubuck or suede. I think it's just a leather that's been like painted, etched. You know, it's got the design on it, and this is nice. I like this because you got a durable mud guard, right? So it's gonna be a little bit more resistant to like scuffs. Maybe like stains and stuff won't show too obvious. It'll camouflage, so that's dope. The lace dubray, copperhead, and this thing is kind of top heavy, so I don't know how practical it's going to be for skating. You might be skating and, you know, it might flip over on you. I don't know, I'm not a skater, but that's a nice little touch. Now, so what I heard is that these are inspired by the Major League Baseball team, the Arizona Diamondbacks, their uniforms that they had in the 90s. And these are the colors they had, you know, white jersey with purple and like turquoise. They're calling these the Dashawn Jordan SB Dunk Copperhead. Well, a copperhead is not a rattlesnake. And it was Arizona Diamondbacks. Maybe they're doing that like for proprietary reasons, so there's no like trademark infringement or whatever with the Arizona Diamondbacks. But yeah, the Major League Baseball team was the Diamondbacks, not the Copperheads. Those are two different snakes. So yeah, when I saw this, I was like, yeah, Copperhead, that's cool. You know, they got the Copperhead snake. And then I thought about it and I was like, wait a minute, man, it's the Arizona Diamondbacks. And a diamondback, I mean, a copperhead is not even a rattlesnake. I'm pretty sure about that. But anyway, so we went over like the details of the upper, what it's made of, you know, good materials. I think the swoosh, my preference would have been that if they had made it purple with that aquamarine outline, or vice versa, you know, purple outline with an aquamarine swoosh. But I'm not mad at it. That subtle, just that subtle outline with the black swoosh is cool, but as you see here on the camera, it's hard to see the swoosh unless you're in person and you're really looking at the shoe and you can catch that outline. But man, a purple swoosh or an aquamarine swoosh, that would have popped. It would have popped. You know, it would have made the shoe a little louder too. So this makes the shoe just a little bit more subtle, if you will. It would still have been as wearable, you know, either way. It wouldn't have been any more or less wearable if they had put a purple or an aquamarine swoosh on that. But hey, I'm not on the design team. Said it before. Nike didn't ask me. Nobody's asking me now. That's just my personal preference, my personal opinion. I think a purple swoosh or an aquamarine swoosh would have popped. So midsole, outsole, all black. Durable. Don't have to worry about discoloration, you know, stains, whatever. It's gonna stay black, right? You know, you got this purple hit on the midfoot arch, if you will. Now we got 4 extra laces. It's got black laces laced on there now. I would say it's got 3 extra laces, right? Because the laces that are laced up right now is just this regular plastic right here, tip. And the black laces, the extra laces, got this, the metallic, I don't know if you can see it in there. All right, here we got one. Do we got a loose one? Okay, it's a little bit more free right here. You got the metallic tips on it. So, you know, 2 sets of black laces where the only difference is the tip of the lace. And they could have did something else. They could have gave us a different color, but it is what it is. And let me let's take a more detailed look at these. So yeah, we got some lace swaptions. Nice. So I'm gonna get on that video. Let me get the insole out. And I love the purple inner lining, man. I freaking love that purple inner lining. One of my favorite details of this shoe. If not my favorite detail. I mean, how is the inner lining going to be your favorite detail? It's just because I really love purple. And I like this, even though I like the darker, almost black purple, this pops, man. This purple right here pops. And the fact that it's just the inner lining, so you will be able to see it even with your foot in the shoe. It's nice. It's nice that you can still appreciate that detail without having to look at too much purple. Yeah, that's a nice hit, man. I love that. I love that. Oh, look, I just noticed something else right there. So inside both of the tongues, you got, now I don't even know what to call this. Is it the copperhead or the diamondback? And it's, look, it's the shape of a diamond. If you look at it, it's the shape of a diamond. And let's flip it around. So you see that? It's got a diamond shape. So they're doing 2 different things here. I don't think there's such thing as a copperhead diamondback. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm not a what are those animal experts called? I don't know what they're called. Anyway, I'm not an animal or a reptile expert. So on the insoles, we got a rattlesnake and either calligraphy or cursive. We got the D for Dashawn and the J for Jordan. Nike SB. Okay. Nice little insoles. Now, Dashawn Jordan obviously is a skater. I don't know anything about Dashawn Jordan. I first learned of him when I saw this dunk releasing. Honestly, didn't even know there were the Dashawn Jordan dunks until Dashawn Jordan dunks until maybe 3 weeks ago, a month, give or take. So I'm like, okay, now I know what they're called. The Dashawn Jordan. I just saw Copperhead earlier today because I was checking the prices on Go. That's another thing. If these would have been a quick strike, resale would have been a lot higher than it is now. If you were thinking of getting these right now as it stands, you're gonna pay about $50 above retail depending on your size. So that was on Go. But you can, most people use StockX to gauge the market. I've said my opinion about StockX in the past. I don't trust them. I'm going either Go or eBay, right? And that's how I'll kind of gauge prices. I won't use StockX to gauge the market because I ain't buying from StockX. So why would I use StockX? So StockX is usually the lowest, usually, not always, but prices are usually the lowest on StockX. So on the resale market, it would be StockX most of the time has the lower prices, but I've heard enough horror stories and I've experienced it for myself dealing with StockX. So yeah, I'm not messing with them. That's, if you want to, that's, I've heard people say they've had no issues, you know, so that's, you're one of the lucky ones, I guess. Anyway, so Dashawn Jordan, skater, he is an Olympian. So let me grab my phone over here, my other phone, because I looked him up just to get some notes on him. So Dashawn Jordan is 29 years old. I'm guessing he was born in Arizona, right? 29 years old, an Olympian and skateboarder known for his technical laser flip variations and innovative contest approaches. He started skateboarding in middle school, competes full-time. Jordan also co-owns Faces Skate Shop in Tempe, Arizona, and is a musician. He released his first album, The Bridge, in February 2025, and the single Big Spender in May 2025. Jordan's workout routine includes street skating. I guess that's all he does to keep in shape. And he is featured in the film Vaccine. I'm not familiar, not sure what that's about. If any of y'all in the comments have seen it, you know, put us up on game. Let us know what's it about. What'd you think? Is it worth a watch? I did read a couple things, like a little interview. I just browsed over it, and I guess he was kind of known for being like a drinker, but he's like, yeah, I drink occasionally. You know, he don't party that hard. He says he'll drink in, you know, social occasions and things like that, but he's not like a drinker. You know what I mean? So that's neither here nor there. I just thought it was just a little point, little detail, little information for y'all. So that's a good thing. 29 years old. Seems like he's got his stuff together. Now, I checked out his album. What's it called? What's it called? I already forgot the name of his album. The Bridge. So I checked out The Bridge because I wanted to see I didn't even know what kind of music it was. So let me check it out. So yeah, he raps. I'm an old head, so to me, I'm just gonna say this: the auto-tune stuff, obviously, is very popular. But so he sounds like 24 other rappers that are out there today, maybe more. But I don't know. Is that the genre? You young bucks out there, tell me: is the auto-tune, style of rap? Is that a certain pocket of hip hop? Is that like a certain genre? Because all these dudes, like, to me, they all sound the same. It sounds like they got the same voice, the same cadence, the same delivery. They use auto-tune. They'll say a line and be like, yeah. Say a line, yeah. Say a line, Yeah, and so everybody does that. Well, not everybody. It seems to me like a lot of rappers, a lot of these younger rappers, do that exact same style. Now, when I was growing up, that was a no. You can't be biting styles. You can't sound like another rapper. No, the public wouldn't accept it. But it's a different time. So I guess not only is it acceptable, it's popular, it's desirable. I don't understand buying 3 or 4 different albums, 3 or 4 different artists, and they all sound the same. I don't get it, but I'm an old head. So y'all educate me. You young bucks in the comments, educate me. Is that a certain style? You know, using auto tune and rapping exactly the same as the other guy? I mean, is that what's cool these days? I don't know. But I will say this. I gave his album a try. Well, I listened to the first song called Due Date, and he's got talent. You know, even though I'm an old head, I like my old school hip hop. Now I grew up on gangster rap over here on the West Coast. Too Short, Tupac, NWA, Ice Cube, Cypress Hill, like all the West Coast rappers. And I was really big into Ghetto Boys, Two Live Crew, the Goody Mob, and of course Wu-Tang Clan, and who else? Nas and Biggie, of course, you know, all the greats from the 90s. Of course, Eminem hit the scene like a freaking big white tidal wave, but that's my generation, the 90s, man. The golden age of hip hop. So I lost my train of thought. Anyways, I listened to that album, and he's got talent. You know, even though that's not my style, I was impressed. I was impressed. So not only is this guy a talented skater, he's a talented musician, man. He's got the delivery, the voice. Again, to me, sounds like a half a dozen or 2 dozen other dudes, but it sounds like he's good at it. Don't know if any of y'all are fans of his music, or if you even knew that he did music. If not, check it out. I mean, it sounded good to me, but I'm an old head, right? I'm an unk. What do I know? My time has came and went. You know, those days are long gone. So to a lot of you young bucks, I don't know what I'm talking about, right? I remember being young. Old people don't know nothing, right? So it's all good. I'm on that side of it now. But anyway, back to the dunks, the Dashawn Jordan dunks. Got the snakeskin upper. These are so dope. You know, black on black on black. Got the purple hit. The aquamarine. This is dope. Are they Diamondbacks? Are they Copperheads? Is there some copyright infringement stuff going on here? Why would you call them Copperheads if it's based on the Diamondback uniform? But it's all good. I see what you're doing. Trying to stay out of trouble. I ain't mad at you. We'll have the lace swaption video coming. Yeah, man. It's got, that's a little detail I didn't even notice. It says Dashawn Jordan on the tongue tab. So yeah, before I get up out of here, y'all, I'm not gonna ask no one to subscribe, share. A like would be nice if y'all could hit the likes. That'd be dope. But what I really want is engagement in the comments. I said it before. I want a place where people could come and be in community around sneakers. I really do not like on social media the gatekeeping. I don't like the trolling. I don't like when someone who is more knowledgeable, they talk down to someone who may not know as much, right? Because before you were that knowledgeable, you didn't know as much as you know. So we don't know until we know, until we learn, until someone teaches us. So if you are knowledgeable, don't talk down to people, man. Put them up on game. So educate me. I'm new to kicks. I'm new to this. There's been a few times that I've gotten put on game. You know, people have educated me in the comments, and I appreciate that. And so I want people to be able to ask questions, especially if you're new like me or even newer than me. You know, you want to ask, hey, are these going to be a hard cop, or are they going to be profitable? Whether your question is about being able to acquire a shoe or being able to profit on reselling a shoe, I want people to be able to come on here and feel free to ask questions without worrying about if they're gonna be, you know, belittled or whatever by someone who might know more than them. Now, I was saying if this was a quick strike, it would have been more profitable. They're not too high above retail right now, but the good thing about a general release is that they are. It gives us a chance for those of us that aren't resellers, for those of us that want the shoe, you know, for our personal pairs. We actually have a better chance of being able to cop them, right? And then even if we're not able to cop them, like Tuesday morning, I go out and line up. Most people got to go to work. Kids might be in school. You know, you might be in school, or you might have to go to work. Not a lot of people could get to first come, first serve. You know, a lot of people can't hit on the raffles, so your only option, or you may live somewhere where there's like no skate shops, no tier 1 stores, no boutiques, and so your only option is resale. So when it's a general release like this and there's plenty of pairs, you're not going to be you know, put through the ringer, you know, paying way too much, you know, for his shoes, paying a high price, way over retail for them. So yeah, man, I want people to come in here, come on the comments. So again, I'm not gonna ask for you to subscribe. Anybody who subscribed, man, I appreciate that. That's love. Again, I started doing this just to kind of work on my speaking voice for fun. I don't expect to blow up or nothing like that. But what I do want is I want engagement in the comments, man. I want community, you know. What do we have in common? Sneakers, man. We're sneakerheads. So let's build unity around that. So common unity. Let's build a community around the sneaker game, y'all. Peace and love. New to Kicks out.